Let's take a look at some polls I put up on different matchups, as well as we're going to start off here with what was your favorite arm wrestling super match from 2025. I put a couple options and also said other, leave in the comments. So we'll go through some of the comments. But Morozov versus Laletin on the left arm seemed to be most people's favorite match, I would say. This person says was a true arm wrestling match. Jerry Cadoret versus Camille, just for that King's move. Yeah, that was the highlight of that match, even though Camille won. But it looked like Jerry was going to turn it around, but it didn't quite happen. Not quite. Morozov versus Vitali, match of the year. Yoshi Kanai versus Todd Hutchings is definitely up there, but probably still was Morozov versus Vitali. Yeah, Kanai versus Petro was a really good match. People aren't really mentioning that match. That was a great match. Mask versus Irakli left arm was a great match as well. Brian Shaw needs a match. That's a great point. Yeah, we need to see Brian Shaw hopefully have a match pretty soon. Definitely. Nobody liked Devon versus Gennady 2025. Yeah, it was pretty one-sided. That's for sure. Jordan versus Prudnik was fire. That was a great match as well. Dave versus Ibrahim. Yeah, that's a fantastic one. Matt Yashenko versus Kalinichenko. Yeah, I almost forgot that one. That one was like a pretty good war, I'm pretty sure. I don't even think I remember Makarov versus Prokopchuk. I'd have to rewatch that one. But, yeah, Hermes versus Michael Todd. Camille's versus Jerry, says that person. Ricard versus Schoolbus. It was pretty good. It wasn't like an absolute close match, at least on the right arm. It seemed like Ricard was too strong on the right, and obviously Schoolboy was too strong on the left. So, yeah, seems like... This person says Nugo, but it seems like overwhelmingly people think Morozov versus Vitali was the match of the year. Let me know if you disagree, if there's another one that stood out to you most. Now, here's another one of the most voted on polls here. Who's going to win in February for the number one spot on the left arm? Very close poll. People have Vitali as a favorite. I think that's probably understandable considering this is the left arm. I think if you were to put up the same poll on the right arm matchup in April, it's going to be Devon as a heavy favorite. But, yeah, this person says 100% Vitali. Devon's left just ain't all that. By ain't all that, we mean, what does that mean? Because he can beat 99.999% of human beings. So, yeah, I don't know about that. But I never doubt Devon. Probably Vitali. Vitali will beat Devon. I'll bet my life savings on it, says this person. Wow. Let's remember that comment. And after February, let's see what happens. Vitali left, Devon right. I think that's what a lot of people are saying. I don't know. Devon seems pretty locked in. I think he can do it on the left as well. As he was saying recently, everyone had him as the underdog when he faced Pushkar. I think it was 2011, and he ended up pretty much sweeping Pushkar, making him completely bleed out on the table, taking all of his endurance and just shaking his head in his face is what he was doing. So, imagine if Devon could do that to Vitali. Now, just imagine that. That would be crazy. But who would win? Brian Shaw versus Jerry Cadoret. I just put this one up just randomly. Every time I put Jerry Cadoret against somebody else, people say it's disrespectful. I don't know. Brian is not close to this level at all. He's going to get there. I don't know. I really don't know about that. This was one I saw the other day. I saw Justin Bishop in the live chat on the East versus West stream when Levon got injured, and he said, give me a match with Engin. So I put up this poll. In a secret edited match or a real match? Are we talking a real match, or are we talking something like when he pulled Makarov and the Makarov match was fake as hell? Yeah, so this would be in a real match if it were to happen, EVW. I'm not sure they would have Engin at EVW after everything. Yeah, probably not, but thought that was interesting to put up there. I think Justin thinks he can beat Engin. So who would win in a left arm super match? Schoolboy or Matt Mask? This was one of the matches that Alex Topper left a comment. He wants to see Schoolboy either against Wagner Bordolato from Brazil or Matt Mask on the left. So I put up both of those polls. Pretty close in the poll here. Alex says set it up. Tough call. Set that match up. Love watching Mask. Great match. Gut says Schoolboy. Hart says Mask. Matt beat Irakli. University bus. No chance. That's a new one. I haven't heard that term. So it went from Schoolboy to school bus to university bus. I mean, what's next after that? Prison bus? What else? What other nicknames can you think of? That's funny. Who would win in a right arm super match? Last little poll here. Mindaugas versus Svetlana. I think people are just completely sleeping on Svetlana here. I think it's a lot of... Yeah, I think people are totally sleeping on him. Like, just completely sleeping on him. But, yeah, that might be interesting to see. We'll see what will be if East versus West will bring Svetlana in at some point. But let me know what your favorite match was in 2025. Also, who you got winning, Devon or Vitali on the left arm in February. Let me know in the comments and hit like and subscribe.